Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jamon, aka JammyYT360. In today's video, I'll be doing a 2025 recap. So basically, what I'll be doing is I'll be telling y'all of what happened the of the FNAF franchise and kind of the end of the Transformers franchise. So basically, I'm gonna start off with the FNAF franchise first, and then I will transition to the um Transformers franchise, and maybe I'll talk about a little bit about about the last run, like my collection over here, and what I'll be doing with this. But yeah. So basically, what happened so far this year we did have the release of the Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic game this year. Scott Cawthon gave us Steve Wool gave us a really good game in my opinion. I like the game so far. It has its I don't know, well, not it didn't have its problems per se. It did have a lot of like puzzles, and me personally, I know I can't be talking because I haven't beat the game yet, but I promise you guys, I will come back to the game and I will beat the game. Trust me on that one. But yeah, the game was. I like the game. I like the characters. I like the storyline. All of that was cool. And for what else we had this year is we also had um the the first trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Because as you can tell, the first Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it did really good in the box office in my opinion. And I liked it. In my opinion, some people say per se they like the first FNAF movie better than the FNAF 2 movie, and I mean some people are hating on it because because the way they did it, and the way that some people think that they could have did better on the FNAF 2 movie, if that makes sense. And but I do want to also talk about the what else will be going on. We also had the release of the first of the FNAF Jazzwares figures, the action figures. In my opinion, do I think that they're better than Funkos? Yes, kind of in my opinion, because you know the way that I think people use them on TikTok. I will be definitely be purchasing them and doing a review on them on the channel, one way or another this year. If they don't, get out of stock in my stores, because I know I can find them in my local, you know, Target, Walmart, and GameStop. So hopefully, I will be going to those local stores and finding them and doing reviews on those. Also, also I had some plushies too. It's basically just a version of the Funko plushies, but different. So they did Jazzwares plushies as well. Like I said, they did ones of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and then they did some of the toys as well. Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Mangle. I think Balloon Boy and the Puppet, as well. And so also I like them. They're cool. They're all cool. But as well as that, they also, what I like about new Jazzwares characters is like the fact like the first wave included, if you did not know, it's called the Endo series. It included Freddy, classic Freddy, which most people call him FNAF One Freddy or whatever. And then it came with the Endo, like the Endo 01, and Wizard Freddy. But in my opinion, they could have did it differently. They could have did classic Freddy and Endo 01 and Golden Freddy, if that makes sense. But it's okay. You know, they could have did classic, but wave two they could have switched it around, and they could have did Toy Bonnie and Wizard Bonnie, because they use the same Endo in the lore, if that makes sense. If you know, you know. But I don't want to yap about the FNAF 1 and crap. stuff like that. But like I said, the FNAF 2, and then we also towards in December this year, we had the FNAF 2 movie come out. And like I said, I like the movie and all. I like the ending and everything. No spoilers or anything, of course. I'm not gonna spoil it. But if you haven't seen it, please go see the FNAF 2 movie. Make sure you go see the FNAF 2 movie. Make sure you go see it. I liked it. It was cool. I liked the jump scares, all of it, all of the animatronics themselves, the songs that they put in the movies, um, and then So now I'm going to actually not Transformers. Speaking of this last run in, I want to expand my collection the last run, but I have nowhere else to put it for space. So I want to get a shelf for my room as well, and maybe put a specific shelf for the last run in for it to go on. So this, if you see right there, that will probably go somewhere else. So I'll put more FNAF stuff on in this area, and then I have, if you don't know, I changed. So this area used to be where my Transformers used to be. If you know, you know. If you don't know, now you know. But now my Transformers are above my head, and so I have a lot of Transformers, and I am kind of running out of space right now with them. So I'm gonna try and see if I can get myself a shelf too, for my all the extra Transformers to go on as well. But as well, I also do want to, for like I said, for the last run, I do want to do something for the last run and complete the 4 turtles. So I need to get the last run Raphael, and that'll be good because if it's not gonna be them, in my opinion, it's either I'm probably gonna try and get the Super 7 2003 turtles that came out, that the newer ones, or I might go and find the NECA 2012 turtles, because those two are my favorite iteration of the turtles, in my opinion. They're just straight. They overform and they're straight. Their shows are just straight peak, in my opinion. But as for Transformers, I will be continuing. I might try my best to hold off on Transformers for a little bit, maybe, so I save up my money. But in my opinion, I do have another video coming up about the Transformers. It's gonna be me doing top 10 Transformers the 2025 that I got. So watch out for that video. Hopefully that video might come out tomorrow. So I might record it today and it'll come out tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. So but yeah. So I think my Transformers collection has grown big over the years. But this year I did buy a lot of Transformers, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all had a great 2025 and happy, and I hope that this year will be a good year for everybody. Anyways, I love y'all so much, and I appreciate everybody for all the support throughout these years. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all for everybody who stayed and supported me over the years. If you're family or friends, or even just a stranger, I appreciate you for staying and supporting me. Anyways, love y'all. And remember, gamers, make sure you always stay positive. And make sure you also join my Discord, follow my Twitch, and which will both be linked down below in the description. And make sure you follow my TikTok for skits and more stuff like that. Anyways, I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.